So you're looking to move to Montgomery County? Have you heard about a little town called Poolesville? Today, I'm going to take you around this little town and show you what makes it so special. Hi, this is Brad Roars, and this is Living in Washington, D.C. If you're looking to make a move to the D.C. metro area, be sure to subscribe, like, and click the bell so you can stay up to date on all the pros and cons, do's and don'ts, the working and playing while living in Washington, D.C. Anthony and I get calls from people like you every single day looking to make a move to Washington, D.C. metro area, and we absolutely love it. So be sure to give us a call, send us a text, send us a direct message, or shoot us an email so we can help you transition from where you're at right now to where you want to be, Washington, D.C. Poolesville is a town that gets overlooked for reasons that I can't figure out, because this is one of the best values, not only in Washington, D.C., but in the entire country. So here's what makes this place so special. First, we have to start with the schools. Poolesville has the top-rated high school in the entire state of Maryland, in arguably one of the top high schools in the entire country. Poolesville is also part of the agricultural reserve. So you see here all the agriculture. Poolesville is restricted from being developed, which means that it's going to stay this small town feel for pretty much ever. Poolesville has a lot of interesting benefits though. First of all, you are about a 10-minute drive from the C&O Canal, one of the more famous hiking trails in America. We also have a direct train that goes right from here straight to the center of Washington, D.C. So even though you may feel that you're on your own little island out here in the agricultural reserve, you're about a 30 to 40 minute train ride to some of the highest paying jobs and some of the best opportunities in the entire country. Also, there's a certain feel here. So for instance, right around here is where we have bikes and breakfasts, where motorcyclists from around the entire state and around the DC metro area will congregate every other weekend to just share stories, enjoy riding together. It also has a surprising amount of good restaurants and social events that are available throughout the entire year. So if you want to have that good mix between having access to Washington, D.C., but living more of a rural life, Poolesville might be the right place for you. Now let's go and check out some of these different price points to see if Poolesville is right for you. So we're coming up on our first price point here in Poolesville. So the first price point is at a very affordable $319,000. This house that we're about to come up to was built in 1975. It has 1,200 square feet, so it's about $266 per square foot. And we are here. I mean, this is one of the most affordable ways to be in Montgomery County in an excellent school system while having access to a train that goes directly to Union Station in DC. So as far as a place to start, this is an incredible value. But we've got another 2 price points to show you, so let's go and check them out. As we're walking up here to the second price point, a thought was just crossing my mind. In Poolesville, we're not that far from Potomac, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes north of Potomac, and these houses share a lot of the characteristics, but the prices are generally about 50 to 60% less than they would be in the Potomac area. You're getting the same great school system, you're getting a whole bunch of other things, it's just an extra 15-minute drive. Yeah, so this is a place I would definitely be considering if I could do without the 20,000 square foot mansions. But with that said, here we are at our second price point, being offered at $525,000. That's about $300 per square foot for this 1,746 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath property. Now this is built in 1972, and you can see a little bit about the 1970s aesthetics generally, they would never have wasted this much space if this was a build in 2018. They would have filled all of this in. So you're actually getting a lot more covered space than you ever would have had if this had been built in the modern day. I really like the property. I think it checks a lot of boxes. It's in a great area. It's in a quiet street. But let's go on to the third price point and find out what happens when we start to spend close to $1 million. Let's go, guys. So here we are at the third price point. Now, one of the criticisms that Poolesville has that I think is a little unfair is that people think of the houses as all being old. But that's just not the case. In the past 10 years, Poolesville has somehow found a way to get the local government to allow them to build new construction. So here, most of these larger single-family houses were built between 2014 and 2018, and they really are, I keep making this comparison, but they really are like Potomac-style houses. They're the houses that would be, if you're inside the Beltway, $2 to $3 million, but here in Poolesville, we can have this one for $950,000. I can't believe I'm trying to make that sound like it's a good value. It really is, though, for this area. So here we are. This property is offered at $950,000. It's got 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It's got 4,700 square feet, and the cost per square footage works out to about $220 per square foot. So on a per square foot basis, it's actually pretty nice. What can I tell you about this property? Well, I mean, it is a modern build through and through. When you look at the floors, when you look at the amenities, everything is going to scream modern design. So if you're looking to come to a quiet place like Poolesville without giving up the big houses you were thinking about getting inside the Beltway, this is a good choice. So is Poolesville an area that you should consider? I would say absolutely. Let's talk about the pros and cons real quick. The pros are you're getting an amazing school system, you're getting the Potomac experience at half price, and you're getting a small town feel where you're in an agricultural reserve where it's never going to be overdeveloped. To build new houses in this area right now, if it's not directly in the town of Poolesville, it has to be 1 house per 25 acres. So they're very serious about keeping this to be a rural area. And I like that it's not really that hard to get to DC. People think that this is like an island out in the middle of nowhere, but again, it's a 30 to 40 minute train ride to get to the center of DC. To get to the DC border by car, it's only about 30-35 minutes. Love the fact that you just can get this amazing school system. People move here just for that. Are there some cons? Yeah, this is going to be a quiet place. There's not going to be a nightlife. And if you want to go to the places in Montgomery County, like the Rockvilles, to the Bethesdas, yeah, you're going to have to make that a trip. But if you're looking for a place where you can have a relaxed, low-key environment while still having access to Washington, D.C., this is a great place to go. So if you're thinking about Poolesville, you want to compare that to some of the other areas, or you just have some questions, just give us a call or drop us a message here at Living in DC.